Are you finding any difficulty without the carbs performing, doing the high intensity stuff? You know, I mean, obviously jujitsu is a little bit of, you know, you relax and then you go for it. You know, it's up and down all the time with the intensity. Do you have any trouble hitting high intensity stuff? When I took up jujitsu, people say, well, you're not going to be able to do it because all these guys are eating carbs. And, you know, I was like, yeah, sure I can. You know, I haven't had any issues, but have you had any issues? Do you find like your performance is, I mean, it sounds like it's been better so far.
And I've actually heard that one, the same thing you just told me, you know, in a video of you saying it. And I would tell myself like, you know, I feel amazing now. Now that I start training, we'll put this carnivore thing to the test. I mean, we'll see. And Doc, I don't need anything, man. It's just water, nothing declined. You know, I'm not running out of gas. There's literally no lactic acid that's building on your forearms. You know.
So you said you roll with a black belt the other day that you normally roll with, and you were able to submit him. Does he feel like, hey, what's going on here? And did you tell him you're doing a carnivore diet, or?
He's the one that brought it to my attention. It's like, bro, you haven't been working out. You say, but like, I can't break your grips. And then I'm just, you know, as I'm going, I'm like, wow, this thing is crazy, you know, because I haven't been working out. And I mean, this is a strong guy. He's got to be like 220, you know, and I was able to like go toe to toe with that guy, dog. That's not normal. If somebody, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of athletes in here like going toe to toe with somebody that is stronger than you after, you know, 4 years essentially. Like that is insane. That's not normal.
Well, that's good for you. I mean, and you know, it's definitely, like I said, the reason there is weight classes in these things, because if you're giving up 50 pounds, that's a lot, particularly if they're pretty close to equal skill. And you know, usually the bigger person is going to have that advantage in many cases. And you know, like I said, when you see all these absolute championships, usually either the heavyweight or the light heavyweight wins it all. Typically, it's pretty rare. Like maybe like Marcelo Garcia might have been the exception to that rule, I guess. I don't know what class he fought in, but how long do you suspect you'll continue doing this carnivore diet? Is this something like, hey, I'm going to do this indefinitely?
Yeah. I mean, I'd like, why would I change? You know, I don't miss anything. I feel amazing. You know, I own a digital franchise in 14 different countries. And, you know, I have about 120 members in my business. And I just don't waste time thinking about what I'm going to eat, Doc.
Yeah. Yes.
Like I love being a peak performer. I push myself to be a high performance individual, you know, especially now and as an entrepreneur. I look at business as a sport, so I consider myself a business athlete. You know, I train myself as a, you know, I prepare myself like a businessman and an athlete, right, to perform well. And it's amazing. It was literally a waste of my life thinking, you know, like I lived to eat. I got to eat 7 times a day, every 2.5 hours, blah, blah, blah. Like it was crazy. And now, you know, like now I'll eat 1-2 times a day, throw that thing medium rare, some salt, and I'm good.
It definitely simplifies things, you know, significantly. Do you have any issues with hydration? You know, with jiu-jitsu you can sweat a lot, you know, and do you have to worry about hydrating, electrolytes, things like that?
In the beginning, obviously, you know, you're scared of the salt, and I never ate a lot of salt my entire life, and I was using electrolytes. I like the brand Element, and I haven't used electrolytes in 3 months. I've also, you know, being a former athlete, I've just hydrated a lot naturally. I'm literally till today a guy I walk around with a gallon of water everywhere I go. So yeah, I don't feel that, Doc. I feel, you know, I feel the need that I need to hydrate, obviously, all day long. But yeah, there's no lack of anything.
How has MMA and jiu-jitsu impacted the rest of your life as far as your ability to like do business and stuff? Do you feel that you can sort of lean on some of that training or that mindset to help you out in the rest of business?
1000%. I thought, my goals were to be, for example, who Conor McGregor is today. That was my vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
I quit college in 2000 to be a freaking UFC fighter. My mom's like, what? But sheesh, I forgot where I was going with that. What was the question, though? I had a good point.
How your martial arts training has impacted you in
Yes.
general, business or life in general?
Yeah. So my goal was to be that, right? That person that I had. But I guess life, right now at 40, it doesn't play out exactly the way you want it, right? Even if it's to the same destination. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts, because when I really switched, I had 3 Jiu-Jitsu schools along the journey, Doc, and I taught, for 17 years. But I didn't want to do that anymore. I got burned out. I felt like they wouldn't give me the income that I was looking for. I didn't want to be self-employed. There's nothing wrong with that, but I had to live at the gym. And I guess I just wanted something different. So, for instance, now I'm partnered with a company that trains people on leadership, digital entrepreneurship, money, and investments, right? And I went completely broke, Doc, in 2015 because I blew all the money away that I made, right? Never made millions, low 6 figures. But I didn't know what to do with it, so I blew it away. And during that struggle, I really found a passion. It was really messed up. How come they don't teach us how money works? Because I was just a kid with big dreams, and I was supposed to help the entire family, right? And I messed that up because I didn't know how it worked. Now, me being the fighter that I am, I felt like, okay, I used to teach people how to protect themselves physically, right? I've seen grown men, 40, 45 years old when I was 20, 22, 23 teaching, and they would walk in and not even be able to look in your eyes, right? Because they were unconfident. They were bullied, the world beat them up. And then a year of training that, you see some, with the chest up, maybe he's gotten on a girlfriend now and he's become more confident. So where I'm going with this is that if you and I were friends in a village, like let's say 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, the older guys would have bring us and teach us how to hunt, right? So we can provide for the village. So how come in today's day and age, they don't teach us how to hunt? I feel like money is today's hunting tool. And that pissed me off, Doc. So I bring all the strength, all the things that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu helped me form to be strong, to be able to help people protect themselves financially with the same information that I've learned. We're not an investment firm or anything. You learn what to do with your own money. So it's, sorry, Doc, I gave you a pause in there. So anyway, that really, forged a lot of fortitude and strength in me because, I'm fighting the same way you are with foods, the way people have been programmed on how money works, especially in the digital age, being able to leverage different things. And the worst thing that happens to me here, Doctor, I don't get punched on the mouth, right? They say no in sales. So, it's not that tough, really.